we are going to start with the second book, which is Indian Economic Development. So your first unit is basically Development Experience 1947 to 1980 and Economic Reform since 1991. Okay, so what I will be teaching you, basically I'll be dividing this chapter in three parts. Not three parts, two part I would say that I'll be dividing it. So first is basically we'll be doing this brief intro and everything. Then we'll be doing the economic reform part. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. I'll just let you know what you're going to study. So basically, the first unit is Development Experience 1947 to 1990 and the Economic Reform. Unit is 1, but we have 2 chapters. Okay. And also, according to me, I will be dividing this chapter in 2 parts. Okay. This one I'll be dividing in 2 parts, and this will be your third chapter. So for first unit, we will be covering 3 chapters. Clear? Is this clear with everyone?
Yes, teacher.
Right? See, every book is different, and everyone have divided it according to their need. Okay, so when we come to the syllabus, the syllabus is like this. Okay, they have divided it in 3 units, but in some books this is in 4 units. Okay, so basically we'll be following this one because I have already introduced this to you. So we will be covering 3. It is a single unit, but over here, how many chapters we are going to do? We are going to do 3 chapters. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
So first, what you are going to write? You are going to write the syllabus as well. Right. So just write this unit. Development Experience 1947. Okay, just till here only. I'll just write everything. Okay, and just write chapter 1. Then chapter 1. Chapter 1. It will be your Indian Eco. Just everyone you are writing it, I'll just dictate it. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll just share the snap of my book. Just a minute. Huh? I'll just share it. It will be easy. Okay, so unit you are going to write it, okay? Unit, you have to write the entire unit and just leave this first page because over here you will be writing. Okay, students, I'm sharing my screen again. Just let me. Is it visible?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So unit, you have to write the entire unit, that development policies and experience 1947 to 1990 and the economic reform, and then you are going to write chapter 1. Then this Indian Indian economy on the eve of independence, and then this only the part. The highlighted part, first, second, third, fourth, like this. This is what we are going to study in first chapter. Okay, just don't write this the unhighlighted part, just write the bold one. I'm just zooming. I hope it's visible to everyone.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Adib, you joined late. So basically, I am just introducing you to the syllabus. So Mariam is here. Let's Okay, so students, those who joined late, today we are going to start with the today we are going to start with our second book, which is Indian Economic Development. Okay, so your first unit is Development Policies and Experience and the Economic Reform. So this is the like the first unit is divided into 3 chapters. So today we are going to start the chapter 1, which is chapter 1, Indian economy on the eve of independence. And these are the points, like the highlighted one, you have to write it down. First, you will be writing unit, and then chapter 1, then this the name of the chapter 1, and then what we are going to study over here. This you are going to write. Just don't write chapter 1, just leave your 1 page, because when we will be starting with chapter 2, then I'll just let you to I'll let you write the thing. Okay, just leave the entire page after writing this. If you want to write it when you are going to start chapter 2, that's fine, but if you want to continue wherever like you are writing, it's your choice. Okay, so it's your choice. Just write it till here. I'm just giving you 2 minutes. Be quick because I have to start. Everyone, is it fine? Those who joined late?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. I'll just wait for 1 more minute. Then I'll just switch on. I hope everyone is done now. Yes.
Yes,
Done,
teacher.
ma'am.
So let's just start with the chapter. Okay. Students, be very attentive. Of course, I know theory portion, always is like a boring one, but we don't have any option right now. So we have to start. Okay. Yeah. So the very first chapter is Indian economy on the eve of independence. Now let's just start with the story. What was the story basically? For example, this was India. Okay, so India was basically under the rule of Britishers. Okay, so Britishers was there who were ruling India for, like, you can say, for many years they ruled India. So Eve is basically, nowadays it's something like, for example, tomorrow is your birthday. So today is Eve, like just before the birthday, right? So it's your birthday Eve. For example, tomorrow is any festival, today is Eve, like Christmas Eve is there, right? Every New Year Eve is there, something like that. So Eve is basically, you can say, just before the independence, like I was about to get independence. So at that moment, what was the situation of mine? Right? What was the situation? Like I was at which situation? Okay, so basically Indian economy, as you are an economic student, right? You are studying economics, so of course you are not going to study about anything else. You are going to study about the economy itself. Okay, so what you are going to study? You are going to study about Indian economy on the eve of independence, when before getting independence, and once they got, what was the structure, like on and around the independence. So India got independence in 1947. This you should remember. 1947, India got independence. Okay. So during that time, what was the condition of India, that you are going to study in this chapter? Clear, everyone?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will be randomly asking you
Yes,
questions
ma'am.
over here. So everyone will answer it and everyone will attend. Be very attentive. Okay. So Steph, you will be telling me, just tell me when India got independence. Steph, am I audible?
1947.
Yeah, good. So yes. So Adib, just tell me who were controlling India, like Indian people. India was under whom? Who was controlling?
Under the British rule.
Yeah, good. Okay, so let's just start. Okay. So first is basically the introduction. So students, just keep your notebook with you so that we can make notes as well. Okay. Introduction. Now, first thing is that this is your very first chapter, so of course they'll be telling you why they introduce Indian economic to you. Why what is the motive of this book? The primary objective of this book, Indian economic development, is to familiarize you with the basic feature of Indian economy and its development. Like, of course, okay. So basically, what is the, you can say, what is the role, or what is the, why Indian economy is developed, book is introduced, because they want to tell you about the economic structure of India, plus how India got development. Of course, whenever you are under someone, nobody going to treat you like a king or queen. Everybody is going to treat you like a slave, right? So India's condition was very worse. Like at that time when we got independence, slowly and slowly they started increasing, so, like developing. So this is what you are going to study. However, it is equally important to know something about the country's economic past. So of course, if you are studying about India, then past is very much important, right? Present you are studying, but past is very much important. So let us first look at the state of Indian economic prior. Prior is basically before. Okay, prior is before. To the country independence, and form an idea of various considerations that shape India's post-independence development strategy. So first we will study what was the condition of India, like before getting independence or at the time of independence, and then we'll study slowly and slowly how India got development. This is how you are going to study in this entire book. The structure will be followed like this. The structure of India's present day economy has its roots steeped in the period. So whatever India is today, of course, it is related to the past. For example, you are getting 100 on 100 today in your exam. So what is the reason behind that? Of course, you were studying in your past, right? You worked really hard in your past. That's why you got 100 on 100 today. So similarly, whatever India is today, whatever development India has achieved, earlier India was facing the issues, plus slowly and slowly India got independent, like development. That's why whatever the state, whatever the condition of India is right now, it is because of the past. Okay, so what was happening? India was under British rule. It lasted for 2 centuries. 1 century is for 100 years. You can say 200 years. Okay, so it lasted for 2 centuries before India finally won its independence on, you should remember this entire date, 15th of August, which is coming, 1947. Okay, so basically 2 questions are over here, like the state one. First, under which rule India was, Britishers were ruling. Second, when India got independence, you have to remember date, you have to remember the month, you have to remember the year, 15 August 1947. Okay. Now, Britishers came India, right? They were ruling India. So what was the purpose? Why they came India? So the sole purpose, sole is basically one single purpose. Okay. Sole purpose of British colonial rule in India was to reduce the country. Students, what I will be doing now, I'll be sharing you the PDF of this. Okay, whatever I'm teaching you, I'll just share you the PDF in the group so that if you want to take out the printout, if you want to take out, it's your choice. Okay, because I'll be teaching from this PDF. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
So the sole purpose of British colonial rule in India was to reduce the country from being a raw material supplier from the Great Britain owned rapidly expanding modern industry. So basically, what was the purpose? See, earlier India was something which who used to produce everything. Okay, raw material is something. For example, now just understand what is raw material. Okay, this is tree. Okay, so from tree you are getting wood. Okay, and now you are making chairs, table, the furniture. So basically this wood is raw material. Okay. For example, the cost of this wood is 100 rupees. But once you will make the product, the chair and all, the prices will be like 200, 300 like this. Okay. So basically this is raw material and these are the finished good. Clear? So raw material is something, it is in raw situation. It is not like you have not made anything out of it. It is raw. Okay. It is like raw vegetables. Then only we cook. Then only it is a vegetable. Right? So basically wood is you are getting any product directly from natural source, that is raw material. But once you make something out of that, that is a product or the final product. So what Britisher wanted, see, of course, if you will supply raw material, then you are getting only 100 rupees. But if you will supply finished good, you will be getting extra money, right? So what Britisher wanted India to become the raw material supplier. They wanted raw material from India, but they wanted India to purchase product from there. For example, British took wood from India and they went to they took this wood to their country. There they produce furniture. Now they will bring that furniture over India and people will be purchasing that furniture. So it's the benefit of their, na? They are earning more benefit. So this was the main purpose of Britishers, to make India raw material supplier and they themselves wanted to become the supplier of finished good. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so now I'll ask you the questions. Okay, so who will be telling me? Heba. Heba, tell me, like what was the motive of Britishers?
They wanted the country to be like a raw material supplier for British.
Yes. And what they wanted their country to become? They wanted India to become the supplier of raw material, right?
Yeah.
But what they wanted their country to become, like what they were doing? Supplier of which good? Yes, good. Mariam, supplier of finished good. Okay. Yeah. So basically, see, students don't need to feel like, oh my God, I answered. It is good, but be attentive. Okay. Why I'm just taking this, random question, because it will something which will help you to be more attentive. That's why. Okay. So basically, Heba, what is this? This is raw material, and these are the finished good. If I give you this pen, this is finished good because already made up of. Okay. If I give you the plastic, okay, and the refill, that will be a raw material. But once you make it a pen, then it will be a finished good. So what Britisher wanted India to become the raw material supplier, and they wanted themselves to become the supplier of finished good. Because if I will supply finished good, then I'll get lots of profit. This is what Britishers want. Clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. I hope it's clear with everyone. Aditya, you're getting it. We are starting with a new chapter. Aditya, getting it? Okay. Okay. So basically now we'll start. Okay. Now we'll be studying each and every component of India, like what was India, how was India, everything. Okay. So first thing is low level economic development under the colonial rule. Of course, there was no economic development because see, if I have kept someone under me, I will never let that person grow. So this was the case with Britishers. They never they never helped India to grow. India was very before Britishers came, India was in very, like, you can say, one of the best conditions. Okay, but Britishers never let India grow. They always demotivated. They always tried to take benefit from there. They always tried to use that. Okay, so now India had an independent economy before the advent of British rule. Now your first thing will be condition of India. Okay, what is this? Condition of India before the Britishers. Condition of India before Britishers. BR. Okay, so what was India had an independent economy. So India was very independent. India was under no one. Okay, before the advent is basically arrival of. Okay, if you don't want to write advent, you can write arrival of British rule. Agriculture was the main source. Okay, so now first thing which you are going to let me explain, then you can write. India, first point you got, India had an independent economy before the advent of Britishers rule. India was the main source of livelihood. Agriculture was the main source of livelihood for most of the people. Yet the country economy was characterized by various kind of manufacturing activities. So agriculture, okay, agriculture was the main source of livelihood for most of the people. Okay, so what was happening basically in India, agriculture sector was one of the main sources, like the farmers, everyone, like you can say 80 or 90% of the population was engaged in agriculture. Okay, it was an agrarian economy. Okay, before independence. Okay, like, sorry, before Britishers came. And then this was first point, India had an independent economy. Second point, the main source of livelihood was agriculture. Third point, India was well known for its handicraft industries. Handicraft is basically for whatever you are making with your hands, with the help of your hand. Okay, that is known as handicraft. Clear? So India was well known for its handicraft industries. So these were the 3 points. Okay, clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so first what you are going to write, the chapter, and first I hope everyone wrote this chapter 1, Indian economic. Okay, and then just write this, that India got independence here, like 15 August 1947. And for how many, you can say, centuries or something Britishers rule? 2 centuries you can write. Okay, introduction, just write 2 part, and then let me know. Just write 2 things. Chapter 1, this name, and then when India got independence, and for how many years Britishers rule India. So for 2 centuries Britishers rule India. Clear? So we'll be making running notes in the class itself. Okay, so that after that you have a good notes, so that you can revise everything. Just write it down. I'm just giving you 1 minute, and then I'll just move to next thing. Done, everyone?
Yes, teacher.
Everyone, yes, no, maybe.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you are going to make notes like the running notes. Okay, so when you are going to make notes, you are using this hashtag. Okay, this you are going to write with black pen and the points with blue pen. Okay, first thing you will be writing hashtag condition of India before Britishers. Okay, or you can say before the advent of British rule. Okay, just write it. Condition, I'm just telling you the heading, just write it down. Condition of India before the advent of British rule. Condition of India before the advent of, or you can write before the arrival of. Okay, if you don't want to write advent, you can write before the arrival of the British rule. Okay, condition of India before the advent of British rule or before the arrival of British rule. Done? Heading
Yes,
part
ma'am.
is done? Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Then you will write 3 points. First point, India had an independent economy. Second, agriculture was the main source of livelihood for most of the people. Third, India was well known for its handicraft industry. These are the 3 points you have to write. Students done?
Yes, teacher.
Others?
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay, I hope everyone is done, right? I'm moving. Others, like, just let me know. Seth, Eva, Amos, Adab.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Adab and Seth done?
Yes.
Okay, so basically now we are done. This was the condition before Britishers. Okay. Now, India, the question is very much important because India is very well known for the handicraft. Now, what is handicraft? As you can check in the picture, whatever, any product which you are making with the help of hands, that is known as handicraft. Handy, hand and craft, basically your skill. Maybe you are making a beautiful sweater, maybe you are making beautiful cushions, maybe a beautiful sari. So whatever you are making with the help of your hands, that is known as handicraft. Okay. So India was very, like, before the independence, like before the Britishers, India was very well known for the handicraft industry. Okay. India was well known for its handicraft industry in the field of cotton and textile. Basically, there were two products. You can say, natural fibers, silk and the cotton, metals and precious stonework, etc. The product enjoyed a worldwide market because of. Now, India was very much, you can say, there was very demand, like, a higher demand for the handicraft of India. India was famous for that. People from outside the India, they used to contact Indians and they used to, deal with this product, like exchange of handicraft thing and all that. So the question is why? Like, what was that unique thing in India handicraft that it was famous all over the world? Okay. So basically, the product enjoyed worldwide market because of, first, the reputation of fine quality of material. The quality which Indians were using in their handicraft was very fine. You can say 100 on 100. And second, the high standard of craftsmanship. So the craft was, something which was attracting people, right? Because in foreign, everyone focus on the machine made things like the ready made clothes. Nobody want to invest their time in making such things, right? So there was a high standard of craftsmanship. There was high appreciation. If you are doing craftship, if you know any craft, then your standard will be very high. That this person is very precious because that person can help you to make some crafts. Okay, clear?
Yes, teacher.
Others?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. So now you will be writing. The question will be what you are going to write is why Indian handicraft industries? Why Indian handicraft industries enjoyed worldwide market, or you can say why handicraft product. Instead of industries, just write product. Why Indian handicraft product enjoyed worldwide market. Okay, so why Indian handicraft products enjoyed worldwide market? Then the answer you're going to write from here, that Indian handicraft, these products you are not going to write, right? These what? So you are going to write the proper answer. Indian handicraft product enjoyed a worldwide market because of first, reputation of the fine quality of material, and second, the high standard of craftsmanship. Clear? See, if you miss out any line or you feel like what to write, you can unmute and you can ask me, okay?
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
I hope others are also done. Saif, Adab, Mariam.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So now, focus of economic policies pursued by colonial government. Now, this was the condition, like as I told you, Eve, like before Britishers, not Eve, before Britishers, the condition of India was like this, the happy, healthy economy, right? But what happened once Britishers came, of course, they also introduced lots of policies, right? It's not like that they didn't did anything. They introduced lots of policy. So now what was their motive? Like why they introduced the policy and what was the impact? So focus of the economic policies pursued by colonial government in India. What was the focus? For example, I am teaching you, whatever I will be teaching you, my main motive is that I want you people to score highest. That's why I will be, giving you extra question, taking your test, taking your extra classes. But in case if you people are working under me, Okay, if I'll ask you to work for longer period of time, that means it's my benefit. If you people will be working for longer period of time, I will be getting more production. So that is my benefit. So similarly, the Britishers, the government, the colonial government, it is colonial government in India. Colonial government is basically the Britishers government. Okay, so they also introduced, but what was their main motive? Why they and where they focus? So the economic policies pursued by colonial government in India were concerned more with the protection and promotion of economic interests of their own country than with the development of Indian economy. Just remember one thing: whatever they introduced, whatever they did, their main motive was to protect and promote. Protect is basically I don't want to use the resources of my country, right? Promotion is I want to sell the things. So what they were doing, they were not. So for example, they were cutting down the trees from India. They were not cutting down the trees from their country. Trees are everywhere. But for wood, they were using India. So somewhere they were protecting their economy, but promoting. Now what they were doing, they were selling the tables, selling the furnitures. So of course they're promoting that we are very good supplier of finished good. We are very good in making furniture. So this was their motive. First, protecting and promoting their home country from where they belong, and basically then with the development they don't want to develop India, right? Their main motive was promoting and protecting and promoting their home country. Clear? This term you have to learn: protecting and promoting. Protect, I don't want to use my resources, I'll be using some other's resource, but product I will be selling it in on my name, that I produce this, I produce that. Okay, so what was the main motive? Protecting and promoting their home countries, but they don't want to let India grow, let India develop. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so now you will be writing the question. Hmm, you'll be writing what was the focus of economic policies pursued by Indian colonial government in India. Okay, then you will be writing the answer. The economic policies pursued by colonial government in India were concerned more with the protection and promotion of economic interests of their home country than with the development of their development of Indian economy. Clear? Just write this. This is your question. Just write what was the, this is new hashtag, what was the focus of the economic policies pursued by the colonial government in India. So the answer is the economic policies pursued by, or if you don't want to write everything, just write this. You can write the answer according to your name. Okay, but if you want to write exact, you can write it as well. If you want to write only keywords, it's your choice. But whenever I'll be taking your test, your answer should not be literature one. Your answer should be the economics one, like the exact fact. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I know it's boring, but we'll try to make it interesting. Okay, we are going to study a story of India. Okay, so I know theory portion is always hectic, or you can say boring, but okay, I hope you people are enjoying.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just wait for 30 more seconds and then we'll start. Okay, I hope everyone is done. Very much. So now basically see whatever policies Britishers were applying on India or whatever policies they were introducing, of course there will be impact on Indian economy, right? For example, if I'm teaching you something, there will be impact. Maybe you'll score good or maybe there will be some impact. Okay, if I'm asking you to work, of course there will be impact on you. If I'm asking you to work for longer hours, then of course your health will be not in good condition. So there will be some impact. Okay, whatever I am doing, that will be impacting you. Okay, so whatever policies Britishers introduced, there was an impact on Indian economy. Okay, so what was the impact? So first such policy brought about a fundamental change in the structure of Indian economy, transforming the country into supplier of raw material and the consumer of finished industrial good from Britain. So first was Britishers made such policy that it changed the structure of India. Earlier, India was, India was a healthy country or India was supplying handicraft and all that. But now India, the position was changed. Now India is only the supplier of raw material and the consumer of finished good. So what India was doing, basically supplying the raw material to Britishers, and whatever they were making, whatever finished good they were making, India was purchasing from there. Okay, so now India is supplier, supplying, giving it raw material, but consuming the industrial product or the finished product from the British. Clear? So first what happened? Such policies brought fundamental change in structure of Indian economy. How? It transformed the country into supplier of raw material and it made India a consumer of finished goods. So supplier of raw material and second consumer of finished goods. Clear? First point.
Yes, teacher.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Next,
Yes, ma'am.
the colonial government never made any sincere attempt to estimate India's national income and per capita. Such notable economists who estimated Indian national income and per capita income during the colonial period were Dadabhai this and this. It was Cambridge to Okay. So second, what you will be writing? The colonial government never made any sincere attempt to estimate Indian national income and the per capita income. See, every country who is working, every country who is growing, they focus on their per capita, their GDP, their national income. Because income is, for example, if I'm earning, my income is 100 rupees and your income is 500 rupees. I can compare now that you are rich, you are more developed as compared to me, right? But Britishers never ever thought about this part, that what is the national income of India, how we can increase the national income, what are the alternative objects. They never focus. So basically two things. First, they changed India, and second, they never focus over there. Okay. So now you however must study okay. So basically Indian economy just a minute. Okay. So first you are going to write only 2 points over here. Okay. First you are going to write what was the impact that the policies brought a fundamental change in structure of Indian economy, transforming the India into this part. And second, colonial government never made any sincere attempt to estimate Indian national income and per capita income. Because of that, India always remained underdeveloped. Clear? You have to write this line here. Because of that, India remained underdeveloped. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just I'll just edit it. Okay. First write this point and I'll just tell you how to write the second point. Clear? Just write the first point. The question what you are going to write, hashtag impact of economics policies pursued by colonial government on Indian economy. Impact of, hashtag you'll be writing, or you can write what were the impacts of economic policies pursued by the colonial government on Indian economy. What were the impact of economic policies pursued by colonial government on Indian economy? Okay, repeating again. What were the impact of economic policies pursued by colonial government on Indian economy? Clear? Just write first point. Such policies brought a fundamental change in structure of Indian economy and which led to transforming in the country into supplier of raw material and consumer of finished product, or you can write finished industrial product from Britain. Clear? Just write first point and let me know. Then I'll explain you second point what you have to write.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So second, you will be writing the colonial government never made any sincere attempt to estimate Indian national income and per capita income. Okay. So because of that, you can write uh, the growth rate of aggregate real GDP during the first half of 20th century was only less than 2% per year, and the per capita real GDP was 0.5 per year. Okay. So now Britishers never focused on what is GDP, because see, whatever the country is doing, they are doing it for their income. So if I am not getting that accurate income, I'll be working hard, right? But Britishers never ever thought about this, and because of that, growth rate of aggregate like GDP is growth development, right? So during the first half of 20th century was only less than 2%. Like your growth rate is 2%. Out of 100, your growth rate is only 2%. That can show that you are not growing at all. Okay. And per capita real GDP, per capita, like whatever you are producing, what is per capita, that all these terms we will be doing in national income chapter, don't worry, but just write it. Aggregate real, aggregate means all total, it was you can say less than 2%, but per capita was 0.5 per year. Clear? So your GDP, the aggregate GDP was less than 2%, and real GDP, you can say per capita GDP was about 0.5. So you can say out of 100, you are getting only 0.5 or the 2%, not even 50%. So that means your economy is not growing at all. So this was the impact that till here you will be writing this, and then you will be writing because of that. Here you will be writing because of that. Because of that growth rate of this and this whole state. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, others are also done. Okay, so students, just quickly take the screenshot of this part. Okay, just you don't have to write anything, just read these questions, and in next class we'll discuss this question. So just prepare with your answer, what you think about these questions. Okay, so just take the screenshot of this portion. Okay, and I'll be sharing assignment which will be objective one. Okay, but these questions you have to just think about it. Like in our next class, I'll ask you what you want to write in, like if I give you this question, what you will be writing, what is your thinking. Okay, clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so students, see, your sincere efforts are very much important. It's not like I have given you some homework and you are not doing it, because if you want to score this much, then your effort should be like this. Okay, it's not, I'm not going to spoon feed you that, okay, these are the 10 questions, read it out. No, we will understand each and every concept in detailed way so that you can answer any question in the exam. Okay, so this should be a motive, and of course theory part you need to be more focused. So just follow the criteria, whatever I'm telling you, and at the end when you are done with this unit, I guess there will be no question like that which you feel like you don't know the answer. Okay, clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.